The film begins with a voice narrating a story about a cannibal. It talks about a tribe that used to eat human flesh, believing that by doing so, they would gain the intelligence and strength of the person they ate. After the narration, the movie opens with a masked man named Charlie, who is a cannibal. He's out in the desert hunting a human as his next meal. He's chasing a terrified woman. She runs and hides in her house, but Charlie finds her, kills her with his axe, and takes her body home. He then makes a large batch of meatballs from her flesh. After satisfying his hunger, he heads to the side of the highway to sell the leftovers. This is how he's been making money. A car passes by on the highway, and a couple stops at his stand. They're arguing. The man wants meatballs, but the woman is vegan and doesn't want him to eat them. While serving them meatballs, Charlie tells several jokes, which the man finds hilarious. It's revealed that Charlie dreams of becoming a famous comedian, but he's never had the chance. Just as the couple is about to leave, Charlie suddenly swings his axe from behind and kills the man. The woman, terrified, runs for her life. She finds a car on the road and begs the driver, a woman named Eleanor, to help her, but Eleanor refuses. It's revealed that she's Charlie's friend, and she realizes the woman is probably one of Charlie's targets. Charlie shows up, kills the woman, and takes her body home. He begins making more meatballs from the couple's remains. The scene shifts. Now we see a famous singer named Crystal. She's on her way to perform at a festival, and she's passing through Charlie's area. Eleanor is standing by the road pretending her car is broken. In reality, she's there to help Charlie catch someone. Crystal gives Eleanor a ride. As soon as she gets in the car, Eleanor attacks her and knocks her unconscious. Charlie and Eleanor take Crystal to Charlie's house, and Charlie ties her up. When Crystal wakes up, she sees Charlie in front of her. She asks what he wants, and he says, "Nothing, I just want you to be in front of me." Then he tells her a bunch of jokes. Crystal doesn't understand why her kidnapper is trying to be funny. Crystal tells Charlie she'll kill him and tries to run, but Charlie ignores her and sits down to eat. Meanwhile, a sheriff named Weaver hears that Crystal has gone missing in the desert. He shows up at Charlie's house to investigate. Charlie denies knowing anything about Crystal and says he lives alone. He even invites the sheriff inside and tells him jokes to throw off suspicion. The two end up getting along. Later, Charlie watches TV and sees an ad for a comedy club giving people a chance to perform stand-up. Since Charlie has always wanted to be a comedian, he sees this as a huge opportunity. He decides to go. While he prepares meatballs from old corpses, he listens to Crystal's music, showing that he hasn't killed her yet. She's his favorite singer. Eleanor visits and asks if he's eaten Crystal yet. Charlie says no. When Charlie goes to see Crystal again, she yells at him. He gets tired of her yelling and tapes her mouth shut. He then turns on the TV and watches the news, where a report on Crystal's disappearance is playing. Charlie finds it hilarious and laughs as if it's a joke. The next day, two men arrive in the desert. They're thieves who once hid something valuable there and have come back to get it. After digging for a while, they can't find it. They spot Charlie's house and assume he took their treasure. They're right, Charlie has it, although the movie doesn't reveal exactly what it is. As he looks at the item, he says, "This is all illegal." The two men enter Charlie's house and see Crystal tied up. They laugh, but she warns them to leave. They don't listen. Charlie appears and kills one of them. The second man tries to run, but Charlie chases him down and kills him too. Charlie checks their pockets and finds a poster for the comedy club that's offering new comedians a chance to perform stand-up, and the address of the place was written on it too. After that, Charlie went to the bathroom, stood in front of the mirror, and started reassuring himself, saying, "Yeah, my jokes are really good. If people listen, they'll enjoy them a lot." But then he said to himself, "Why am I lying to myself? I know this is all nonsense. I can't do this. I'm not ready yet." After thinking about it, Charlie went to Crystal and asked, "Can you help me?" Crystal was surprised and asked, "What kind of help?" Charlie said, "You're an artist. You've faced so many audiences. Tell me how to face them." Crystal replied, "That's not something to overthink. You shouldn't worry about the audience. You just have to go and perform. A person should take risks in life." Crystal's words gave Charlie a lot of motivation, and he finally got ready and left for the fun club. Sheriff and Eleanor wished him good luck for his first show. He arrived at the fun club looking very strange. His clothes were stained with blood, and there was blood on his body too. He had come dressed as a cannibal and had registered his name there as Cannibal Comedian. Before him, many others had performed their jokes, and the audience really enjoyed them. Then finally, it was Charlie's turn. Everyone was impressed with his jokes and had a great time. Even the first comedian who performed that night was impressed by Charlie, and the fun club was too. They invited him back for next week's show. Since Charlie's jokes were cannibal themed, someone jokingly said, "Next time, bring a dead body with you." Charlie took it seriously. A week later, the scene shows him actually heading to the fun club with a dead body. When the same comedian saw him, he said, "Wow, you really brought a dead body. I was just joking." But everyone still thought it was fake. just part of his act. No one knew it was real. That dead body made Charlie's act incredible. It was like he poured his soul into the performance. His jokes felt more alive than ever, and the audience loved it. After this show, he became famous as the Cannibal Comedian. He was so happy after the performance that he went home and opened Crystal's restraints because he wanted to celebrate with someone. He invited her to eat with him. Crystal knew that the food at this party was actually human meat, but she had no other option. She had to eat to survive. After dinner, he tied Crystal up again and started preparing for his next show. He came to the show very excited, but this time the audience was terrible. They were heckling all the comedians, calling their jokes not funny. Charlie got angry, and his anger boiled over when the comedian next to him started crying, saying, "They didn't even let me finish my set." After hearing this, he said, "Don't make it worse. I've heard that cannibals live there." To make things seem normal, he asks Charlie, "Where do you even get these cannibal jokes from?" Charlie replies, "I don't need to make them up. I live a cannibal life myself." After hearing this, he starts laughing and tells Charlie, "You're something else." He didn't take Charlie's cannibal jokes seriously and thought Charlie was still just kidding. The next day, Charlie is shown at home when Eleanor comes over and asks him, "Why aren't you selling meatballs anymore?" Charlie replies, "I've quit that job. I used to do it out of desperation, but now that I'm a comedian, I don't need that job anymore." The following week, when Charlie goes to the fun club, he finds out that all the show slots are already booked. There's no spot for him. He gets really upset. This doesn't just happen once, it happens several times. He's so upset about this that when the sheriff comes to his house to eat meatballs, Charlie tells him about the problem. The sheriff says, "No worries. You'll get shows. Your jokes are great. I laugh every time." The next day, Charlie goes to the fun club and finally asks the owner, "Why aren't you giving me a show?" The owner tells him the truth. "Your cannibal jokes are old now. People don't like them anymore. That's why someone else is always getting your spot." Charlie, deeply hurt, tells Crystal, "I'm a failure. I don't deserve to live." But Crystal reassures him, saying, "Your jokes are actually really good," and she genuinely means it. We then find out that the club owner had stolen Charlie's jokes and was planning a big show using them. His friend tells him not to do it, but he replies, "Shut up. You're my assistant. What I say goes." He then pretends to be Charlie's cannibal character and performs Charlie's jokes. The sheriff is at that night's show and immediately recognizes the guy, noticing that he's dressed like Charlie and using Charlie's jokes, which Charlie had shared with him earlier. The sheriff quickly calls Charlie. After hearing what happened, Charlie becomes furious. The guy begins recording an ad for his big show. Now Charlie is filled with rage. The fire of revenge is lit inside him. As the guy leaves the club that night to go home, Charlie suddenly attacks him. He injures his legs, captures him, and brings him back home. When the guy sees Charlie's house, he's horrified. There are dead bodies. He tells Charlie, "I didn't take you seriously, but you really are a cannibal." He begs for his life and offers Charlie his fun club. Charlie doesn't respond to that. Instead, he asks, "What do you want from me? Why wouldn't you let me perform?" The guy admits, "I was a famous comedian, but after you showed up, people stopped coming to my shows. So I decided to steal your idea and copy your cannibal jokes. I thought it would boost my image and reputation. Not many people know you, so no one would accuse me of stealing." Charlie is clearly troubled. Then we see that Crystal had managed to escape. She saw her chance, attacked Charlie, and ran away. Before leaving, she had recorded a lot on a tape. Charlie listens to it later. Crystal says in the tape, "I told you I'd end you," and disappears. We then see that Crystal has gone to the same place where Charlie used to perform his jokes, and now she's performing them. It's also possible that Crystal is a cannibal too. Eleanor comes to see this show as well. We see that the sheriff also comes to Charlie's house, where the stolen jokes comedian is still begging for his life. But the sheriff doesn't help him. Instead, he supports Charlie. In the end, Charlie kills the man. The story ends with a twist. It's revealed that a sequel is on the way.